Hey everybody, are you ready for more F1 for new folks? Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm nodding my head. But hi, I'm NihonTiger and welcome back to F1 for new folks. Hey, are you ready for some more F1 2018 for new folks? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm nodding my head up and down. Yes, I'm definitely. This is not awkward at all. But, I am NihonTiger and welcome back to F1 2018 for new folks. Last time we were at Australia and we are on to race number 2 now, located here in the sandy Middle Eastern desert island country of Bahrain, located in the Persian Gulf here at Bahrain International Circuit, which is located kind of on the western side of the island in Zahir. It's in the middle of the desert, and it's a relatively new track, newer, created around 2000, 2001, 2002, somewhere in there, designed by Herman Tilke, and it incorporates a lot of his signature trademarks, which some people love and some people don't love. We'll talk about those in just a minute. It's 15 turns, 3.352 miles, 5.411 kilometers. Let's go with the track here in our McLaren F1. Big long track. We'll talk a little bit about the track here the first couple laps, and we'll kind of do a little bit of a walkthrough as we do it. It's coming out of turn 15. Get the DRS on the big long straight here. So one of the things about the Tokadromes, as they're called, or the tracks that Toka Engineering has designed, big long straights, heavy braking zones, and tight hairpins and other tight corners. You'll see that a lot, both here and at a lot of other tracks, including next week when we go to China. Shanghai has a fairly infamous turn 1, turn 2 complex that is very tricky. Sepang, which is no longer in the game in Malaysia, also very similar to those two. I'm actually running on a faster lap here than I was before. There we go. Tricky turn 10. More on that later. There's these big tracks, all this big runoff area. Look at all this runoff area if you go off. It's so nice. By the way, I did change my settings slightly from last time. I now have traction control set to medium instead of full, so I can feel the tires slip a little bit more in the corners. That way I know I'm not quite getting them right. Stay off that outside curb. Alright. There's a little bit of grass there. The desert. So Bahrain, island nation, located between Qatar and Saudi Arabia. And this is turn 1. Big long braking zone, tight hairpin. Kind of do a slow walk here. Turn 2 is a quick left. Want to stay off the curb a little bit if you can. Same for turn 3. It's a very shallow right. Heading uphill here. Out of turn 3, you kind of want to take through 2 and 3. You want to take the shortest line you can. And we'll come here, turn 4. Brake around here. I'll start to slow the car down so we can get into the turn 4 apex here. Turn widens. You can see it's very wide there on the outside edge. A lot of room to run off there, and it will tighten back up as we come to the Grand Prix section. That's another section of the track right there on the left. It's like an outer circuit. So tightens, narrows as it comes back down here. Turn 5, very quick. Want to get the brakes here. Turn 6 and 7, you want to take these as fast as you can without sliding the car. Turn 7, you can kind of let the car slide out a little bit more. You want it to be a little bit closer to the outside curb. Turn 8's a hairpin here. Great hairpin. Want to get the car slowed down so we can get the inside, get the acceleration off the corner. And then turn 9 and 10. 2-turn complex. That's one giant hairpin. Want to get down here in this first left, get the brakes on. Can't really do it at slow speed. It's got to be something you got to learn at fast speed. Get this car slowed down, get to the outside, turn inside, flip that apex, and then power down to the first big DRS zone on the laps. Down this back straight. And we'll slow down here. Let's go to turn 11 to left, starts to head uphill. Outside curve, want to avoid that if we can stay off that. And bring the car to the inside here. Turn 12, turn in is going to be a little bit, let's see if we can go back here real quick. I'm driving off, but, you know, the, let's see if we can see it. Already gone past it, okay. But this is one of those monitor screens that displays the blue flags, and more about blue flags later in this video. We'll be talking, a little bit about overtaking and being overtaken. This is kind of where you want to start to turn in. So you want to turn in, but you want to stay off this inside curb. It's very slippery, very, very bumpy. If you get on it, you'll probably spin. Let the car kind of trail out here to the outside edge. Get the brakes in. Car turns in for turn 13. A little sharp turn. Opens up on exit. Not just getting on the outside curb too much. Big straight, heading downhill now. Kind of on here to turns 14 and 15. So essentially, it's one big turn. That's the way to take them, because you're really not even going to take turn 15 very much. Let's get some flying laps in here. Let's get some practice. We'll show you how it kind of looks at full speed. So coming up here, hard on the brakes, the car shifted down. You see my Ghost is ahead of me a little bit there. The car a little bit sooner there. Brake here on this curve. Get the car down. Power out here. Get on the inside curve a little bit if you can. You don't have to. Now turn 9. Here it is at full speed. There's a couple of different ways you can go through there. The key is you want to get a good launch down this straight, so you want to get a really good exit. So whatever gets you through that corner without running off, you want to do that. And then I ran off there. I'm going to turn in here. Clear as much speed as we can. Up through here. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch my best time. I ran it in the Renault. I think time trial does take into account I don't think it's equal cars. So we may not be able to catch the much faster Renault car in this crummy little McLaren. So come on down here, back to turn 1. Get on the brakes. Go through the gearbox really quickly. That was bad. We left the track there. Very touchy on the track limits. Missed the turn in. You'll probably notice a lot of the faster guys will run like the Mercedes. They'll run like the Toro Rosso, Ferrari. Run the faster cars around here. Actually not too far off our Renault time. Lost a little bit of time there. Brake way too late. Kind of see the danger of braking late there. You lose that exit, so you gotta be really careful. So I did have a couple of requests. Obviously, they mostly focus around the infield section. We'll talk a little bit as we go back through there. Again, I'll try to do my best. Kind of give you an idea of where things should be. Oop, that was a wheel spinner. We saved it. So now we can have a chance to break down Sector 2 a little bit slower. Probably the toughest part of the track. So brake here, getting into 5, you want to keep the car under control through 6 and 7 there. Kind of open up the throttle a little bit on 7, get the car turned in. And then through 9 here again, we're gonna brake toward the outside edge. Not slow the car down that much, but you know, get the car nice and turned in so we can get a good straight launch down this short straight. DRS can make it very important that we get to a high gear very quickly. And then uphill, climb here. Get up to that high gear as soon as we can. It's very hard to catch up to the other cars in McLaren here. Just doesn't have the oomph. You see it's losing a ton of time down the straight here compared to we cut the track there. Make sure you downshift there. I think I'm gonna brake. Get to the outside. Up through the gearbox really quickly. Wide there. Still, probably will be a fairly decent lap. I mean, compared to the Renault, is not too bad. 131.053. Let's go ahead and restart that lap. Let's see if we can't. Nope. Get another shot here. So maybe we'll go do something else. Talk a little bit about our second thing in question. I really wish I'd been in the Renault for this. I probably should. As much as I'm racing the McLaren right now, it is what I set my best lap in. I set a really good lap there too. It's kind of addicting. I just want one more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do this. Take my underpowered little car. Nope. 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 We gotta restart the lap there. I done goofed up. So really tempting to run the car out wide there and kind of keep it off the outside curbs if you can. Just because they're a little slippery and they slow the car down. come up, turn on again. Remember what we told you. Trail brake a little bit. Quickly up through the gears. Ah. That was no good. I'll try one more. Try one more restart in this lap. Oh god. And we are already way off track. It's kind of weird that it starts you in that spot. It shouldn't. Since we did so well in the McLaren, why don't we take the Renault around and see how we do in that? A little better car. Alright, let's go. I screwed that up. That was perfect. It's less than ideal. This will still be a pretty good lap. .129.7. That's pretty good.